At some point, your company is going to be doing so well, you're going to have to think about marketing, but you're going to run out of either skill or time for you to do it. And as we've talked about in other videos, there's 3 different solutions to this problem. In this video, we're going to talk about the outsource model and how to do it well. So let's just define what we mean by outsource. You don't have any marketing specialists on your team and you're looking for help. You're looking for help with either strategy or tasks or both, and you're looking outside your company to find it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do this well, but first we need to talk about the pros and the cons. The first benefit we want to talk about is money. It comes in 2 parts. It comes in time and it comes in personnel. Let's talk about personnel first. With people, you're actually going to get higher skill levels with people that you hire outsourced because you can kind of lease their time. It's always more efficient and effective to do that. Second, time. A lot of times you're saving yourself this energy and effort to get things done quickly so you can move on from idea to idea. And outsourced staff can really help you with that. The next benefit is access to experts. Now imagine having 1 or 2 or 3 people on your team full time. They've got specialties in some areas, but they don't have specialties in others. You go to an outsourced agency, you can actually use the experts in every area that you need to for that project. And then when you're done with that specific part, you can move on and they can work on another project that's not yours. You only have access to the experts when you need them. One of the things that you're getting when you work with an agency or some kind of a marketing firm is you're actually getting access to their network. So when you say, well, do you know somebody who can do this? They go, yeah, we have multiple people that we can call, or we can work with experts that are specialists in many different ways. So access to their network is a huge benefit, and you really want to look for that. Here's the other thing you get when you look at the pros of working with an outsourced company is they actually have specialties that they've been working on for years that you didn't have to develop, and you didn't have to spend the money to hire people to develop them. And then possibly they have experience in the niche you're working with. They've actually worked with other companies that have your problem, so they know the ins and outs better than you do. The next benefit we want to talk about is speed. Speed happens because a team actually knows what to do faster. They haven't had to learn it or think about it. They're actually doing it over and over again for other clients. So when you work with an outsourced team, they actually can do it faster because they have more experience at it, and that's always a good thing. The last benefit to working with an outsourced company is, well, better results. More often than not, they can get better results than you can because you're busy doing a bunch of things running your company, or your team is. But that's what an outsourced team does all day long, every day, is they work on these specific aspects of marketing, and they're going to get better results than you. At least that's what you're looking for in the ideal vendor. Before you go out and hire anybody for an outsourced service, you need to understand the risks. And one of the risks is you could hire an incompetent company. Now, agencies come in all different sizes and flavors, and it's amazing how good they are at marketing. So it's amazing how good they can tell you they do a good job. But in reality, if they can't prove to you that they actually have success, it could be disastrous for you. So you want to make sure you're looking for somebody who's competent. So another risk we want to think about, and maybe it's not a risk, but it's at least something you need to be considering, is how much control you need. Because when you're working with an outsourced company, you don't have as much control as you do over your own employees. They have other customers, they have other people they're thinking about, and there's a timeline and a process that goes through. So if you want more control, you need to just realize this is an issue. Which leads us to reiterate the idea that you are one of many clients with another agency. That's how they make their living. So if you want to use them and get all the benefits out of it, you just have to realize that that's where you're going to be. You're going to be one of many clients. If their customer service is good, it shouldn't be a problem, but you want to make sure you're checking into that. This is not the decision for you if you're a control freak. And if you know you're a control freak and you're okay with that, don't choose an outsourced company. Figure out a way you can have people on staff doing the work for you. So let's talk about how to do this well. How to make a good decision when you're outsourcing your marketing. The first thing you need to do is assess, what do you need? Do an overall look and view of what are the skills, what are the things you want? Do you want ads? Do you want social media? Do you want SEO? Do you want all of it? Do you want to have somebody who's going to deal with strategy? That may be easy or it may not be easy for you. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. The first one I recommend is you just get together with your team and brainstorm. Figure out all the things that you think you might need to do that are action items. Second idea, find somebody else that's actually a specialist in this area and get them to help you put that job description together so that they may understand strategy and all those pieces, but this is how you go hire an agency. Third one is, when you're talking to an agency, look for somebody you can actually engage with to help you put that list together. If you do that, you actually have the potential to have a much better assessment of what you really need versus what you think you need. After you've done an assessment of what you need, the first thing you really need to pay attention to at a deeper level is how much strategy do you need? Are you looking for an organization that's going to help you bring a lot of strategy? Are you asking them to implement your strategy because you've got all the strategy so you don't need a lot of it? It's real important to know that measure on that scale so that when you're talking to them, you can say, okay, this is what I need at a high level of all the plans and the strategies and how we implement our language and our brand versus I've got this all figured out, I just need you to execute. Which leads to the second part of that is how good is their skill level in executing those things? So I want you to think about strategy, I want you to think about skill, and then the third thing I want you to think about is actually collaboration. Because collaboration is a critical piece in any great relationship. I want you to think about it as a triangle. This triangle has got 3 points. Obviously, on one point you're having the strategy. You're thinking about the strategy or they're thinking about the strategy. The second point is skills. And you want an outsourced company or an agency that has the skills that you need so that they can get the work done better than you and faster than you. But now let's talk about the third part of the triangle, probably the most important part, and that's collaboration. Collaboration is something you want to be looking for in this relationship. It's going to be the best for your brand. It's going to be the best for your marketing. It's going to be the best for your profit on your bottom line. If you have high collaboration, you're going to be able to talk together really well, work that out, and you're actually going to accelerate your marketing in its effectiveness and its speed. And those two things mean more money for you. And that's what outsourcing looks like. It's not the only model, but until you're ready to scale quickly or you're rather large, you don't need to look at the hybrid model. When the hybrid model is important, it allows you to deal with some different issues, and we can talk about that in a different video.